Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 51 of our Islanders GM mode. So we're on to round number 2, and Carolina has a very, very good defensive core. Their defense overall is 96. So if our offense is capable, we have to get through a very good defensive combination, because they basically have Justin Falk, who's an 87 overall, on their top 6 defensive pairing. So, and they have a depth defender that's an 84. So their defense is really, really stacked. So hopefully we could manage to get past that and get on to that Eastern Conference Finals. So yeah, they still have Brock Nelson on Carolina, and Nick Leddy signed there during free agency. So 2 of our former players are against us. So let's see how this is. So first period, and it's 1-0 Carolina. So we outshot them, but their defense just stood up to us. So Phil DiGiuseppe makes it 1-0 after the first period. Second period, and it's still scoreless. So as I was saying, their defense is just very good. Our offense hasn't been able to pick up one yet. And we're on home ice too. So let's have a good third period, boys, and break that defensive core. And there you go. John Tavares manages to beat Nedeljkovic, and it's a 1-1 game. And Sebastian Aho gives Carolina the lead, though. Shots are around even, but Carolina has the lead. We have a good power play chance, and we don't score on it. That's a big one not to have. So their defensemen managed to kill off that penalty, and we're going to lose game number 1 on home ice. That's not good at all. Merch is going to get that empty netter to give them a 3-1 win. So Nedeljkovic played a great game, but look at their defense. Hanifin picks up 2 assists, and he's on their second defensive pairing as an 89. So, and then Sebastian Aho gets 3rd star. But yeah, see, they just have a really stud defensive core. Like I showed you guys in the last episode, it's going to be really hard to beat that. So hopefully our offense is still able to get it done. Our AHL team is on round number 2 up against the Springfield Thunderbirds. So we'll see how they do in their games. Hopefully the AHL team can go far this year. Okay, so game number 2 on home ice, and we managed to score a goal early. Nice. And it's a 2-2 game after 1. Tavares gave us the 1-0 lead. Handle ties it up. Tarasov, though, gives us the lead again, and then Flattery ties it up. So a pretty even first period. Shots are 14-11 in favor of us. Second period, and it's 4-2 Carolina. Jesus. Not a good performance on home ice. We need to have a very good third period again. If we could come back from 4-2 again and win, that would be nice. Let's see if we could do it, guys. Power play early, and we do not score. There's a goal though. Ryan Strome makes it 4-3. We had good last few third periods in last year's playoffs. I think it was the year before. Come on, guys, we just need that one more goal just to tie it up and bring it to overtime. Shots are pretty even, but we're not going to get it done. Nick Shore gets the empty netter, and we've lost our first 2 games of the series, so we're down 0-2 for the first time in quite a while. So there's the 3 stars. I'm going to probably make some line changes, I think, because I don't know what it is, but it's probably just because they're a good defense. So, and our HL team's up 1-0 in round number 2, so that's good for them. But our NHL team is down 0-2, which is not good news for your last year's Stanley Cup champions. So let's just make some line changes, trying to change it up a bit. Let's see. So let's move Strome to the first line instead. Wait, no, Velarde's been really good in these playoffs still, hasn't he? Yeah, 10 points. Yeah, I don't know what is the problem then. Tavares, is he's second line forward? No, he's not. We're going to try Velarde as the centerman. Wait, did Prince have good faceoffs? 60? No, he does not. Strome does. So it moves Strome there. We'll just change this up a bit. Even though I don't know if this will help at all. Let's see. Hosang's faceoffs are low as well. Holt. Sundstrom's were good. Barzell. Let's try doing that. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna put Scrimes down to the 4th line and put Barzell in between Gore and Hosang. See if that works at all. And then, let's see. We got an offensive and a two-way, and a two-way, and a two-way, and a two-way. Goaltending looks fine. Scratch players. I don't want to bring any of these guys in. Like, Randon's dropping off because obviously it's morale. But, yeah, whatever. Ramsey, these guys didn't even play in this season because we didn't have any injuries again, so we'll just leave them. But let's see if we could have a good series in Carolina. If we can win both these games in Carolina, at least, then we can get a chance. But this is going to be very difficult. So, game number 3, we're down 0-2 for the first time in quite a long time. Let's see if we can get this win in Carolina. That would be huge. And it's 3-0 Carolina after the first period. What the fuck is this shit? And second period's underway. Come on, guys. Come back from 3-0. That would be huge. Tavares makes it 3-1. But that was a horrible first period. Looks like our dynasty might be coming to an end, and we might get eliminated in the second round. There's a 4-1 lead now for Carolina. Soderstrom's now in net, too. And Hosang makes it 4-2, so that's not too bad. We're within 2, but still bad performance in that. McMillan lets in 3 goals. 2 of them were in 30 seconds apart too, so not looking good for us, guys. If we could have a strong third, maybe we could get back in this, but not looking good at all. If we go down 0-3, I don't know if there's a chance even we could come back from that. Because Carolina's offense just seems to be showing up, and their defense has just been shutting us down. We're gonna lose game number 3. Yeah, we're going to lose game number 3, 4-2. So we're down 0-3 in the series, guys. Looks like we might not win back-to-back Stanley Cups. This is going to suck. I don't know how our AHL team is. Our AHL team is up 2-0. So our AHL team has won every single game so far. So maybe our AHL team will at least win something. That might save the year, but still, we're down 0-3. We're the only series that is down 3-0. Not looking good. I'm gonna just do something just to see if this helps us win. We're gonna go best lines, so this might scratch some good players, but Randon's now in the lineup, so they say to put Randon on. They say put the Scrimes on the second line. I don't know why they step lines, and they say Tavares on the second line. Oh, that's kind of interesting. So yeah, Matthew Barzal is scratched for this game, but according to the coach, that's the best lines. So let's see if that helps us win against Carolina, because we need to win 4 in a row now. So let's see if we could do it, guys. First period, and it's scoreless. Shots are 11-7 in favor of them. Second period, and it's still scoreless. 25-13. They're out shooting us, but we're not playing good offensively, but goaltending's been great to keep us in this. Third period underway. We're getting some more shots, and so are they. Blech. Sorry, my throat's a bit blah today because I've been talking a bit. Scoreless still, holy shit. And this game's headed to overtime, so we're 1 goal away from being eliminated, guys, and 1 goal away from maybe coming back in the series. I don't know for sure, but overtime underway in Carolina. New York Islanders fans are biting their nails. Halfway through overtime, we're still being heavily outshot, but McMillan's keeping us in it unless Soderstrom's in it now, and there it is. Ackerman beats McMillan, and your New York Islanders are eliminated in round number 2. So no back-to-back Stanley Cups, but hopefully we could come back next year with a cup. But that's a huge to get swept by Carolina. That's just So there's the 3 stars. McMillan manages to get first star still, despite the horrible second round. We had a pretty good first round, but round number 2 we didn't get it done. Our AHL team though is probably ready still. Let's see our AHL team. Wow, Barzal's mad for being scratched for just that 1 game. Whatever. But okay, so yeah, we're up 3-0 in the AHL. So our AHL team might be going far this year. You never know. So let's just watch our AHL team for the rest of this episode pretty much, and then finish up the season stuff. So first period, and it's scoreless. Second period, and it's 3-1 us. Payer, Darby, and Staples. And third period, it's a win. So our AHL team swept the first 2 rounds and is off to the, I think it's basically the Eastern Conference kind of thing, but off to the Eastern Conference Finals. So maybe after winning the Stanley Cup, our AHL team will win a Calder Cup. That wouldn't be too bad, because then our prospects should be growing. Let's see who we're up against. And is it going to be next? No, it's not. Almost a week after that. And we're up against St. John's. Okay. We're 7-0 still in these playoffs, so we've not lost a game. Let's just actually quick sim a lot of these games. And there's an overtime loss against the Ice Caps, so our first ever loss in these playoffs. Let's go to USA. And there's another loss, and there's a win, so we're down by only a game. Can we tie the series? And yes, we can. So our HL team is tied 2-2 going into St. John's, and we take a 3-2 series lead. So we're 1 win away from the finals, and we lose. So this comes down to this game in St. John's. Will our AHL team get to the finals in St. John's? First period, and it's scoreless, and shots are even too. Second period, still scoreless. Shots are just a bit, well, not one-sided. They're 16-15. Third period underway. Can our AHL team win this game on the road and go to their first finals? Halfway through the third, and still nobody's been able to solve the goalies. Gallant and whoever else is in that has been phenomenal throughout the first 3 periods. And oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. And our AHL team lets in a goal with 1 minute and 16 seconds left in the third, and they're going out in round number 2 as well. They had a great playoff run, but Jeff Petrie is going to end it for them. As our AHL team went 10-4 in the playoffs, losing in the last game 1-0. They were so close to getting to the finals, but that sucks. But it sucks more about our NHL team. So the Stanley Cup Finals is Carolina and St. Louis. So St. Louis somehow manages to get back to that Stanley Cup Finals and looking for another Stanley Cup, guys. That's insane. But Carolina has a 1-0 lead on them. So we lost to the worst, one of the best teams so far. Let's just advance a few days, see who wins. So St. Louis has tied the series, and they take a 2-1 series lead. Wow. Well, they take a 3-1 stranglehold. No, they won't. Carolina ties the series with a huge win. And St. Louis is 1 win away from another Stanley Cup, guys. That's scary. And is it going to end the season right here? Yes, it is. Holy shit. The St. Louis Blues win another Stanley Cup. That's like their fourth or fifth in like last 6 or 7 years. I don't even remember, but let's see. Awards. So yeah, St. Louis has now won. Oh wait, it still hasn't came up with the dialogue box because the AHL hasn't finished. Let me just go a few more days just so they can change the stats and awards. It should come up soon. There you go. So St. Louis Blues win the Stanley Cup, and the St. John's Ice Caps win the Calder Cup. So both teams that are, well, St. John's eliminated our AHL team, but yeah, St. Louis winning another Stanley Cup. Yeah, that's like, that's their first one in like the last 4 years or so. But they've managed to win so much cups in this thing, and that's crazy as well. Tampa Bay 3 straight Presidents Trophies, but no Stanley Cup. And then there's the Stanley Cup Finals, St. Louis and Carolina. So Nick Leddy had to play them twice, but lost both times. So sorry that Nick Leddy had to lose. Art Ross this year goes to Strome. Hart goes to Strome. Ekblad gets to Norris. The Lady Bean goes to Patrick Kane. The Calder goes to M. Martin, whoever this guy is for Tampa. Rankowitz gets to Conn Smythe in the playoffs. So yeah, I don't know why Columbus traded away that young goalie. They traded him to St. Louis, and he ends up winning the Stanley Cup. Nedeljkovic gets the Vezina. So they had the team that eliminated us. And he gets the Jennings, too. So, yeah, Carolina was just a really good defensive team this year. So that's the only reason why we lost, pretty much. Jay Paquette gets the Bill Masterton. I don't even know who that is. Frank Yaselki goes to Dylan Larkin for back-to-back years. Strome gets to Lindsay. And Stamkos gets to Richard. HL Awards, Bieksa, Virtanen, Lindback, Virtanen, Nelson, Bennon, Lindback, Sexsmith, and Nelson. So just a bunch of random players. Don't know who those are. So okay, let's sim up to the draft and see who retired. We're also gonna just check the the AHL team for points as well for the regular season, just because I want to see how our youngsters are playing. Okay, so here's a look at the draft lottery results. So San Jose's got the first overall pick, followed by Ottawa, Winnipeg, Toronto, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Montreal, Colorado, Vancouver, Minnesota, Dallas, Columbus, Washington, and the Rangers. So at least we have a decent kind of pick this year, probably at like 20-something. Okay, let's view the retired players. So nobody retired on our team. So it looks like we could still sign people like McDonough and Savard for 1 year unless they drop off. Or maybe we change the look of our team for next year. Who knows? But let's see who retired around the league. So Patrick Kane retires with 1,444 points. Stamkos retires. Jamie Benn retires with the Stanley Cup winning St. Louis Blues. So he retires as a Cup champion. Erik Karlsson retires with over 1,000 points. That's very good for a current modern day defenseman. Matt Duchene retires. Drew Doughty retires. Wayne Simmons, Nick Foligno, bunch of guys like that. Anybody from our former teams. Nick Spaulding retired at 37. So thank you for your time here in New York, Nick. Even though he didn't really play with us that long, I don't think. And Marco Scandola decides to retire with Florida. So yeah, thank you for your time here, Marco, in New York. You won did he win a Stanley Cup with us? No, he didn't. I don't think so. No, he didn't. No, we traded him away. Yeah, so thank you for your time here. You still played with us for quite a while. Alex Chiasson actually played with us for a bit way back. I don't remember what he did for us, but... And anybody else important? Nobody really. Okay, let's go to goalies and retirements for goaltending this year. So Steve Mason retires. Jake Allen retires as the Stanley Cup champion. Sergei Bobrovsky, Frederick Anderson, Jacob Markstrom, Louis Domingue, all those type of guys. Chris Gibson, our former goalie. I think we released him to free agency. I don't even know if he played last year. No, he hasn't even played in wait, that's playoff stats. Yeah, I don't think he's even played really that much recently, but he was 16-6-1 in the playoff game, or the games that he's played with us, I think, mostly. So thank you for your time here, Chris Gibson. But other than that, nobody else. Wait, Rasmus Rene, that guy must be related to Pekka. It's kind of interesting. But all these guys as well. Just a bunch of guys that nobody even knows. Okay, so those are retirements for this year. So at least we didn't lose anybody, but Tavares is probably going to drop even more for next season. Let's quickly just look at our player stats for the AHL throughout the entire season, just so we can see how our youngsters played. So I'm kind of curious with that. So Schofield led us with 67 down there. Josefsson, this guy, wow. He's already going to be ready for the NHL next year. Look at that, 82. And this guy's going to be actually a really good player, I think. Because, like, look at that. His individual stats are actually really good already. And he's only 19. And he's an 82, so he's definitely going to be ready for the NHL next year. Solivo, he had a 65-point season, too, when he just started off, so really good. Spike Pear, Blair, Welsh might be ready for next year if he grows more. I don't know. Winchester. Yeah, we have a lot of medium top 6 kind of guys down here, so hopefully we have some good prospects that come into the team next year and help us maybe get to that Cup Finals again. Mark Hu didn't have the best of record down there, and Gallant didn't have a good goals against, really. But yeah, so that's the AHL team from last year. So yeah, that's gonna do it, guys, for this episode of Raw Energy Mode. It sucks to see the St. Louis Blues winning another Stanley Cup, but whatever. Hopefully next year we go back to that Stanley Cup Finals or to the third round or something. Just get way back up there again. So thanks, guys, for watching.